Yo, what up? Do you guys like video games? Do you like streamers? Do you like video gaming streamers? Ooh. Would you consider video game streamers to be the most epic and manly men alive? Well, obviously I don't, because I don't really respect anyone. But one man kind of changed my opinion on video game streamers quite recently. And he did it in the most unlikely of ways. By playing the game Tarkov. Which, for your reference, because you know, we don't know each other.
I hate Tarkov, and I think it's a sweaty, shitty game that too many people are way too try-hardy about, even though the mechanics are ass, and some features are cool, like the cryptocurrency stuff, but for the most part, the game is for sweaty nerds.
So what did this mad lad do in Tarkov? Well, nothing. That's the point. My man Bob... What? Bob UB. Streamers have the worst names, no offense, mate. Ninja, XQC, all of this crap, it's so dumb. My man Bob managed to escape their active war zone in a little country called Ukraine, using the skills he learnt from playing Tarkov. I first heard about this story through internet today, and that's where the majority of the clips are going to come from. But there is an in-depth podcast which you can listen to about his entire story from start to finish. And honestly, it is truly fascinating.
By now, you've almost certainly seen the emotional video clip featuring a tearful sign-off from a Ukrainian-based Twitch streamer as he's forced to evacuate from his location on one of the very first days of the Russian invasion. If not, here's a clip of that video featuring Escape from Tarkov streamer Bobby from his February 24th live stream on Twitch.
I love you guys. Thank you for whatever you've done to me, for every single one of you, all of you. And I just wish it will not spread from here to everyone else.
Sorry for cutting you off there, it's just I can't watch that clip anymore, man. Every time it tugs at my heart. All the important things you need to know. Number one, Bob is a Tarkov streamer. Number two, Bob is originally not actually from Ukraine itself. Bob is a Polish man who moved over to Ukraine in order to start a business years ago. And unfortunately, due to the events of COVID and Russia, not necessarily this war, other factors, the business he moved over to Ukraine to start failed completely. As in, his investors pulled out and he had no money. Bob was suffering from depression, because who wouldn't after losing their dream? And in the pits of depression, he took up a hobby called Tarkov. And as many of you well know, when you're really sad and you find one source of happiness, you suckle on that motherfucker till you can get the tit milk in that mouth. I know for a fact when I'm super sad, I play a comfort game like Arkham Knight over and over and over. And because Bobby was suckling on this comfort for so long, he got really good at Tarkov. So much so that he decided to become a drill instructor for the game, which essentially means he's a training coach for new players. You can pay and hire him to teach you how to play. Yes, the game is that in-depth, and yes, that's why I said it's for sweaty nerds. Later, on the advice of a friend, he decided he was going to become a Twitch streamer and show off his gameplay skills on Twitch. Why am I saying it twice? Who knows? It's hard to record stuff, guys. And where did he stream this gameplay from? Well, an actual war bunker. He bought it and turned it into a streaming den, just so you know. And sadly, due to the events of the Russian war and invasion, Bob and his family were forced to flee the area they were staying in because troops were on their way. Hence why we got that tearful goodbye from him, because shit's sad, homie. And that's when this story truly starts to take its legs. You see, as many as you well know, Tarkov is an extremely realistic survival simulator. There's nothing cartoony about it. You get shot in the head, you bleed out, you die. Your leg get blown off, you wrap it up in some bandages, you limp away. This isn't COD where you're a bullet sponge. You have to actually be tactical and think very hard about your movements, timing, and placement. And that's what Bobby did, but in real life and in Ukraine. You see, because of Bobby's vast experience in playing the game, he was able to detect fire from miles away. Perfect example. This is Bobby and his family. This is the Russian troops. Russian troops marching this way. And if I had 3 arms, I could use my massive cock, but that might confuse and scare you. Oh. Russian troops shooting in that direction towards Ukrainian soldiers. Bobby and his family over here. Bobby, because of his vast experience in playing the game, would be able to tell which direction that fire rate was going, which direction the troop movements were, and which way to take around so his family was safe. Bobby would literally know if a convoy was moving ahead so he could sneak around it from playing a shitty PC video game.
From Tarkov, I learned how to calculate the speed velocity of a gun and bullets which are shooting at me by estimating the sound of the bullet. And in real life, it's around 350 meters a second.
Even though there aren't shells or missiles in Tarkov, he applied this technique to figuring out where an explosion was coming from.
I was able to actually estimate the distance to explosion by seeing it and counting the time to hearing it.
Like, let's just put this into perspective. 90% of gamers can't even tie their shoes. All of y'all have to have those Velcro strap things because you never learnt it. Stupid. All gamers wear Velcro shoes. That's a new stereotype I'm starting. And this man managed to become a real-life James Bond. Homie was on his shit. You might be thinking as well, James Bond probably isn't the best comparison. Oh, but it is. Because you see, Bobby didn't just do this by himself. Bobby's fans and moderators helped him escape with his family. He literally had men in the sky monitoring his position.
And in addition to that, Bobby had help from the previously mentioned fans and mods who were able to track Bobby's general location and help him navigate his escape by sending him PDF maps and directions through encrypted messaging, as well as monitoring movements of Russian soldiers and convoys through the meticulous scouring of news reports and social media.
Solid Snake, that's a better comparison. Like his people are on that stupid intercom thing where it goes dun dun bum bum bum.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick. And the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Now, the goal of the people in the sky was to get Bobby out of the country. So what all of his moderators and fan base did, the ones who were active in it, obviously, they looked at villages near the border with the least amount of Russian troops nearby. And through doing that, figured out the safest village and position for Bobby and his family to go. After a day or two of traveling, Bobby arrived at this village initially seeking shelter. Do you hear that key word I just said? Initially. Because Bobby is probably the nicest man alive. Instead of just hiding out for a minute and going straight through this village, Bobby took notice of the village's lack of supplies. They were hungry, without water, and they needed help. So what did he do? Well, not to sound horrible or anything, the majority of us, you know, we would have pissed off. We would have said, you know, I got my family out of here, I gotta look out for me. Bobby did no such thing. Bobby the hero stayed in that village in order to help them out. He'd just been through hell with his family. He's lost his home and he's living out of a rucksack. But still, he had the kindness in his heart to stop and help strangers, and has hence started a charity to help refugees affected by the crisis. I don't believe in the kindness of human beings in general. As I said at the start of the video, I have no faith in anyone. But Bobby might just be that one man, that one good man. And I think sometimes all you need in this world is just that one good man. I'll leave a link to the charity that Bobby started down below. Nobody expects you to donate. If you can, it's there. There is literally only one thing Bobby expects you to do, and that is you legally have to subscribe to Dino on YouTube. Bye-bye.